Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, guys.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hey, how are you?
I'm I'm great. Thank you. How about you?
I am fine, alhamdulillah. By the way, guys, um, did you know about the materials about gave us? Okay, Fifi, do you know about root, word, morphology, and can you give me examples?
Of course, I will explain to you guys. Well, the first is lexeme or root is a minimal unit as a word or stem in lexicon of language. For example, go, when, gone, and going. They are all members of the English lexeme for the go. And the second one is a word. A word can be defined as a meaningful element of a language. Unlike a morpheme, it can always stand alone. A word can consist of a single morpheme or a number of morphemes. For example, unhappy, it is a single word, while morphemes are the smallest units in a language that have meaning in English when root because it has a meaning such as cat. And morpheme can be classified as the free morphemes and bound morphemes. And what is morphology? Morphology is the study of language itself, such as studying the information of words and variation in words. I think that's all for me, guys.
Okay, thank you, Fifi.
Thank you, P. Thank you, P. Okay. Maybe I will ask you in Indadzil Ardhi. So, Aji, what do you think about morpheme and allomorph? And maybe you can give example.
Okay, I'm going to tell you about that. Morpheme and allomorph. Okay, the smallest meaningful unit of language. A morpheme cannot be divided without altering or destroying it in meaning. For example, in English, words kind of is a morpheme. If the D is removed, it is changed kin, which has a different meaning. Some word consists of the one morpheme. For example, kind, others, kind, others, and more than one. For example, in English, word unkindness consists of three morphemes. The stem is the kind, the negative prefix and ant, the noun-forming suffix ness. Morpheme can have a grammatical function. For example, in English, the S in she talks in grammatical morpheme. Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
I'm sorry, guys, because my network is not really good, you know.
No
Okay.
problem.
For example, in English, the asked in she talks in a grammatical morpheme, which shows the verb is the third person singular, a present tense form. How about allomorph? Any of the different forms of a morpheme, for example, in English, the plural morpheme is often shown in writing by adding as to the end of words. For example, cat, cat, cats, cats. Sometimes the plural, sometimes the plural morpheme is pronounced zat. For example, dog, dogs, dogs. Yeah. And sometimes it's pronounced is. For example, class, class, classes, classes, as, z, and is all have all have the same grammatical function in the examples. They all show plural. They are all almorph of the plural morpheme. I think that's all for me, guys.
Thank you, Indadzil. That's clear.
Okay.
Now,
Yes.
can you tell us about what is the morphological process like?
Thank you for your question. I will explain about morphological process affixation and non-affixation. The first is morphological process affixation. There are three types of affixation. The first is prefix. Prefix is a bound morpheme that is added to the beginning of the word. For example, dislike. This is prefix, and unhappy, un is prefix. And the second is infix, is a bound morpheme that is inserted within the word. Example, cups full, passers by, and the addition of s to this word is plural. And suffix. Suffix is a bound morpheme which is attached to the end of the word. Example, careless and emotional. Less is suffix and all is suffix true. And the next material is non-affixation. There are many types of non-affixation. They are knash, eponyms, borrowing, blending, clipping, deformation, conversion, acronym, and initiation were deliberately or accidentally to fit some purpose. For example, brand names such as Xerox and Google. And then eponyms. Eponyms is generating new words based on the name of a person or a place. For example, the word sandwich. Sandwich is derived from the 18th century year of sandwich. And then borrowing. Borrowing is the process whereby new words or languages together with the concept or ideas they stand for. For example, dope, Belenda, and agenda is Latin. And then blending. Blending is the process whereby new words are formed by combining parts of two words, usually the beginning of one word and the end of another word. Is clipping. Clipping can be defined as creating new words by shortening existing words. Example, exam from examination, phone from telephone, and is back formation. Back formation is usually words of one type, usually nouns, are reduced to words of another type, usually verb. For example, donate from donation, and conversion. Conversion. For example, is she microwave her lunch. Microwave is verb, and the second example is microwave. Here is noun, and the next is acronyms and initialisms. When the first letters of words that make up a name or a phrase are used to create a new word, the results are called acronyms. For example, acquired immune deficiency syndrome or AIDS. Furthermore, initialisms are similar to acronyms in that they are composed from the first letters of a phrase, but unlike acronyms, they are pronounced as a series of letters. Example, PIN, personal identification number. And the last is compounding. Compounding is the process of combining two or more words or primorphisms to create a new word or commonly noun, verb, or adjective. Example, black plus board is blackboard. Yes, I think that's from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Wilda, for the
Thank you,
explanation.
Wilda.
It's very
Uh, and now I will ask Delfani Prisma Dillah. Dillah, can you hear me?
Okay.
Dillah, I will ask you about. Can you tell us about productivity English word element from Greek and Latin? Maybe you can also give example from.
Okay. Well, productivity is the degree to ease which native speaker it speaks physical in word formation. It compares grammatical processes that are infrequent. English has also broad extensive from other language because of technology and threat of growing plural from as will singular honest into standard English. For example, the proof of radius from Latin has no distinctly settled between radius and original. Latin sound educated opinion prefers the latter. In some cases, new words have been coined from the basis of the Latin on the basis rules. Thank you.
Thank you, Dila.
How about you, Aji? Inflection and derivation?
Okay, can you hear me, guys?
Yes, I can hear you.
you.
I can hear you. Indadzil.
Yeah, I'm sorry because my network is not stable, it's really, really bad. Can you unmute your microphone, guys?
Oh well.
Okay, I'm going to tell you about inflection and derivation. Inflection is a word that has the same basic meaning or doesn't change the meaning of the basic word, while the added word is used to follow the rules derived from the grammar and usage of the word. For example, a mouse that turns into a mice because the number of the mice is more than one. Okay, remove in the morphological derivation is a process of forming a new word from an existing word, often by adding in affixes to the basic form, of the word. For example, affixes can be placed before and after the basic word, prefix or suffix. The new word, the new form, of a word that's result from adding derivational morphem is a noun has a derived word or derivative. Words are made up of roots, bases, stems, and are the smallest units of the word, and it cannot be divided anymore. For example, interchangeable or in bahasa Indonesia dapat saling ditukar. Form from the word interprefix plus a change as a root and able as a suffix. I think that's all for me.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Aji.
Thank you guys for sharing the material today.
Yeah, thank you. I think that's all for our conversation, guys. Yeah, I'll be happy to meet you anymore. Fifi, can you hear me, Fifi?
Yes, I can hear you.
How about our conversation today? Is it good?
It's very important.
Oh my gosh, even though guys, our network is really bad, especially my network. Oh my gosh, this is really, really bad, but it's okay. Maybe we can,
Well,
yeah,
in the session.
yeah, maybe we can meet each other again. We can discuss the other materials maybe next week or next month maybe.
Of course.
Okay guys, thank you so much for your nice attention. Bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you.
Bye.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.